Exercises for Chapter 1. Basic Interpretation. In the following exercises, we will practice English-Japanese interpretation. Listen to the following English sentences. After each sentence, there will be a pause. During the pause, please interpret the English into Japanese. Now, let's begin. Exercise 1-1. Number 1.
I thank you very much.
Number 2.
You invited me to this party.
Number 3.
This party is in honor of Mr. Nakamura's first publication.
Number 4.
Mr. Nakamura had his first book published.
Number 5.
I'd like to say a few words of congratulation.
Number 6.
It's my great pleasure to say a few words of congratulation.
Number 7.
It's my great pleasure to speak to him.
Number 8.
I'd like to speak to him on behalf of his old classmates.
Number 9.
The book is titled The Average American.
Number 10.
The book was based on the results of the questionnaires.
Number 11.
The questionnaires were sent to thousands of Americans.
Number 12.
The conclusions were arrived at in the book.
Number 13.
The conclusions were arrived at after sociological analysis.
Number 14.
The scalpel of sharp sociological analysis was applied.
Number 15.
The mode of life was brought into relief.
Number 16.
Today's typical American middle-class salary earner has that mode of life.
Number 17.
This book is excellent from the scholarly point of view.
Number 18.
It is not only excellent, but also interesting.
Number 19.
It is interesting even to us as laymen.
Number 20.
It gives us a new perspective on Americans.
Number 21.
The Japanese in general will deepen their understanding of America.
Number 22.
This book will help Japanese people to understand Americans.
Number 23.
It will help deepen the understanding of America and Americans of the Japanese in general.
Number 24.
It will help promote communication between the two countries.
Number 25.
Mr. Nakamura's endeavor has borne fruit.
Number 26.
His painstaking endeavor has borne fruit at long last.
Number 27.
I dedicate congratulations to Mr. Nakamura.
Number 28.
I dedicate congratulations to him from the bottom of my heart.
Exercise 1, 2.
Number 1.
I thank you very much for inviting me to this party.
Number 2.
I am glad to attend this party in honor of Mr. Nakamura's first publication.
Number 3.
It's my great pleasure to say a few words of congratulation to him.
Number 4.
I'd like to say a few words of congratulation to him on behalf of his old classmates.
Number 5.
The book was based on the results of the questionnaires sent to thousands of Americans.
Number 6.
The conclusions were arrived at in the book after the scalpel of sociological analysis was applied.
Number 7.
The mode of life of today's typical American middle-class salary earner was brought into relief.
Number 8.
This book is not only excellent from the scholarly point of view, but also very interesting even to us laymen.
Number 9.
It gives a new perspective on Americans.
Number 10.
I believe this book will help deepen the understanding of America and Americans of the Japanese in general.
Number 11.
This book will also help promote communication between the two countries.
Number 12.
Today, at long last, Mr. Nakamura's painstaking endeavor has borne fruit.
Number 13.
Again, congratulations to Mr. Nakamura from the bottom of my heart.
Exercise 1, 3.
Number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Number 2.
I thank you very much
Number 3.
for inviting me to this party.
Number 4.
In honor of Mr. Nakamura's first publication.
Number 5.
It's my great pleasure to be able to say a few words to him.
Number 6.
On behalf of his old classmates.
Number 7.
The book, The Average American.
Number 8.
Was based on the results of the questionnaires.
Number 9.
Sent to thousands of Americans and
Number 10.
the conclusions were arrived at in the book.
Number 11.
After the scalpel of sharp sociological analysis was applied.
Number 12.
The mode of life of today's typical American middle-class salary earner.
Number 13.
was brought into relief.
Number 14.
This book is not only excellent from the scholarly viewpoint,
Number 15.
but also very interesting even to us as laymen.
Number 16.
It gives us a new perspective on Americans.
Number 17.
I believe
Number 18.
this book will help
Number 19.
deepen the understanding of America and Americans.
Number 20.
Of the Japanese in general.
Number 21.
And will also help promote communication between the two countries.
Number 22.
Today,
Number 23.
at long last,
Number 24.
Mr. Nakamura's painstaking endeavor
Number 25.
has borne fruit.
Number 26.
Again, congratulations to Mr. Nakamura from the bottom of my heart.
Exercise 1, 4.
Number 1.
The beginning was in 1962.
Number 2.
The inception was in 1962.
Number 3.
The Christians were harassed.
Number 4.
The Christians were persecuted.
Number 5.
We are honored to have Professor Cowder as our guest speaker.
Number 6.
We are privileged to have Professor Cowder as guest speaker.
Number 7.
Some old papers were found lately.
Number 8.
An ancient manuscript was discovered recently.
Number 9.
They have not looked into the fact up until now.
Number 10.
The mass execution has been heretofore unsuspected.
Number 11.
The mass execution in Kyoto is well known.
Number 12.
They willingly suffered death on behalf of Christianity.
Number 13.
The martyrdom took place in Nagasaki.
Number 14.
The papers may be true ones.
Number 15.
The newly discovered document may be authentic.
Number 16.
That execution will turn out to have been the heaviest.
Number 17.
the document may well prove to be most precious material.
Number 18.
They are interested in past events.
Number 19.
A historian is an expert in history.
Number 20.
Historians study records of past events in connection with the human race.
Number 21.
That's most precious material for historians.
Number 22.
That historian is an expert on Japanese Christian persecution.
Number 23.
With the discovery of the document, the history may have to be written anew.
Number 24.
They think that the history may have to be written anew.
Number 25.
It has been conjectured that the history may have to be written anew.
Number 26.
A lot of Christians suffered death in the West.
Number 27.
A lot of Christians were persecuted by Nero.
Number 28.
Nero's persecution during the Roman Empire was the most notorious.
Number 29.
The speaker is outstanding.
Number 30.
Our distinguished guest speaker will talk about the problem.
Exercise 1, 5.
Number 1.
Before the opening of this session takes place, let me express a word of greeting to all of you.
Number 2.
Our Bible Study Society started in 1962, and since then, we have held a lecture meeting in the fall every year.
Number 3.
Our Bible Study Society has held a lecture meeting in fall every year, and this fall we have chosen as the topic of the series the persecution of early Christians in Japan.
Number 4.
We have chosen the topic, and as guest speaker we are privileged to have Professor Gordon Cowder of Boston University.
Number 5.
We are privileged to have as guest speaker Professor Gordon Cowder of Boston University. And, as you may know, he is a noted authority on Roman history.
Number 6.
A newspaper source reported the recent discovery of an ancient manuscript, and the manuscript shed light on a heretofore unsuspected mass execution of early Japanese Christians.
Number 7.
The martyrdom in Nagasaki and the mass execution in Kyoto are well known.
Number 8.
They are well known, but that execution will surely turn out to have been the heaviest in our country.
Number 9.
If the newly discovered document is found to be authentic, that execution will turn out to have been the heaviest in our country.
Number 10.
If the document is found to be authentic, it may well prove to be most precious material.
Number 11.
Thus, it may well prove to be most precious material for historians of worldwide Christian persecution.
Number 12.
Since this document was discovered, the history of Christian persecution may have to be written anew.
Number 13.
In the West, Nero's persecution of Christians was the most notorious, and it is about that our distinguished guest speaker will talk.
Exercise 1, 6.
Number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Number 2.
In advance of the opening of this session,
Number 3.
let me express a word of greeting to all of you.
Number 4.
Our Bible Study Society of Tozai University
Number 5.
has held a lecture meeting
Number 6.
in the fall every year
Number 7.
since its inception in 1962.
Number 8.
This fall,
Number 9.
we've chosen as the topic of the series
Number 10.
the persecution of early Christians in Japan.
Number 11.
And, as guest speaker, we are privileged
Number 12.
to have Professor Gordon Cowder of Boston University.
Number 13.
A noted authority on Roman history.
Number 14.
According to a newspaper source,
Number 15.
an ancient manuscript
Number 16.
Shedding light on a heretofore unsuspected mass execution.
Number 17.
Was discovered recently.
Number 18.
In Koga City, Ibaragi Prefecture.
Number 19.
The martyrdom in Nagasaki.
Number 20.
And the mass execution in Kyoto are well known.
Number 21.
But if the newly discovered Koga City document
Number 22.
is found to be authentic,
Number 23.
that execution will turn out
Number 24.
to have been the heaviest in our country.
Number 25.
Thus, it may well prove to be
Number 26.
most precious material
Number 27.
for historians of Japan's Christian persecution.
Number 28.
It has been conjectured
Number 29.
that with the discovery of this document,
Number 30.
the history of Christian persecution
Number 31.
may have to be written anew.
Number 32.
In the West,
Number 33.
the Roman Emperor
Number 34.
Nero's persecution of Christians
Number 35.
during the Roman Empire
Number 36.
is the most notorious.
Number 37.
It is about that
Number 38.
that our distinguished guest speaker will talk.
Number 39.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Number 40.
without further ado,
Number 41.
Professor Gordon Cowder.
Exercise 1, 7.
Number 1.
We hold our conference here this week.
Number 2.
We drew quite a few representatives from all over the world.
Number 3.
Please let me introduce myself.
Number 4.
I'm Miss Junko Miyanaga, chairman of the meeting.
Number 5.
On my right is our interpreter, Professor Yoko Nishihara.
Number 6.
Today we've invited Mrs. Irene Kelly.
Number 7.
Before Mrs. Kelly's speech, let me say a few words.
Number 8.
I'd like to say a few words about our present situation.
Number 9.
Our working conditions have not been improved with the times.
Number 10.
Regretfully, the answer must be an unequivocal no.
Number 11.
We earn only 70,000 yen a month.
Number 12.
We are granted less than 20 actual holidays each year.
Number 13.
Therefore, many of us must remain unmarried.
Number 14.
Under such circumstances, we cannot answer otherwise.
Number 15.
Recently, the errors have been widely published.
Number 16.
These mistakes are simply due to bad working conditions.
Number 17.
Some action might be taken on the charges of their negligence.
Number 18.
Needless to say, improvement should be the first step.
Number 19.
Such poor working conditions are limited to Japan.
Number 20.
This fact will be brought out in Mrs. Kelly's speech.
Number 21.
Without further ado, let's welcome Mrs. Kelly.
Number 22.
Let's welcome her to the platform with a nice round of applause.
Exercise 1-8.
Number 1.
We are holding our International Nurses Association World Conference here this week, which is drawing quite a few representatives from all over the world.
Number 2.
I am Miss Junko Miyanaga, who will serve as the chairman of this meeting.
Number 3.
On my right is Professor Yoko Nishihara, who will serve as interpreter.
Number 4.
We've invited Mrs. Irene Kelly, who is the president of the United States Nurses Association.
Number 5.
Mrs. Kelly, who is the president of the United States Nurses Association, will be our main guest.
Number 6.
I would like to say a few words about the present situation in which Japanese nurses are placed.
Number 7.
Let me say a few words about our working conditions, which have never been improved.
Number 8.
We feel very much to our regret that the answer must be an unequivocal no.
Number 9.
We earn an average monthly take-home pay of only 70,000 yen and are granted less than 20 actual holidays each year.
Number 10.
We must be on night duty once in every 3 days. Therefore, between 80 and 90% of us must remain unmarried.
Number 11.
Recently, errors that we nurses made in medical treatment have been widely published.
Number 12.
It is as clear as day that these mistakes are simply due to bad working conditions.
Number 13.
It is needless to say that some action should be taken on the charges of their negligence.
Number 14.
If any action is to be taken, the improvement of our working conditions should be the first step.
Number 15.
This commentary would not be so sad were it not for the fact that such poor working conditions are not limited to Japan alone.
Number 16.
I'm sure that this fact will be brought out in Mrs. Kelly's speech.
Number 17.
Let's welcome to the platform Mrs. Kelly, who will bring out this fact.
Exercise 1, 9.
Number 1.
It is tremendously gratifying that
Number 2.
we may hold our International Nurses Association World Conference here this week.
Number 3.
Drawing so many representatives from all over the world.
Number 4.
Please let me introduce myself.
Number 5.
I'm Miss Junko Miyanaga, chairman of this meeting.
Number 6.
And on my right,
Number 7.
is our interpreter,
Number 8.
Professor Yoko Nishihara,
Number 9.
of Johoku University of Foreign Studies.
Number 10.
Today we've invited
Number 11.
Mrs. Irene Kelly,
Number 12.
the President of the United States Nurses Association,
Number 13.
to be our main guest.
Number 14.
Before Mrs. Kelly's speech,
Number 15.
let me say a few words.
Number 16.
As one of the representatives of the host country,
Number 17.
about the present situation,
Number 18.
in which Japanese nurses are placed.
Number 19.
When asked if,
Number 20.
our working conditions have been improved,
Number 21.
we feel very much to our regret,
Number 22.
that the answer must be an unequivocal no.
Number 23.
We earn an average monthly take-home pay
Number 24.
of only 70,000 yen.
Number 25.
with less than 20 actual holidays each year.
Number 26.
Moreover,
Number 27.
we must be on night duty once in every 3 days.
Number 28.
Therefore, between 80 and 90% of us must remain unmarried.
Number 29.
Under such pitiable circumstances,
Number 30.
how could we answer otherwise?
Number 31.
Recently,
Number 32.
errors in medical treatment by nurses
Number 33.
have been widely published.
Number 34.
But it is as clear as day
Number 35.
that these mistakes are simply due to bad working conditions.
Number 36.
Needless to say,
Number 37.
If any action is to be taken,
Number 38.
on the charges of nurse's negligence,
Number 39.
the improvement of our working conditions,
Number 40.
should be the first step.
Number 41.
Well, ladies,
Number 42.
let me end my short speech.
Number 43.
Saying that this commentary would not be so sad
Number 44.
were it not for the fact
Number 45.
that such poor working conditions are not limited to Japan alone.
Number 46.
But I'm sure that this fact will be brought out.
Number 47.
In Mrs. Kelly's speech.
Number 48.
So, without further ado,
Number 49.
let's welcome Mrs. Kelly to the platform.
Number 50.
With a nice round of applause.
Exercises for Chapter 2. Consecutive Interpretation. In the following exercises, we will practice consecutive interpretation. From Exercise 2.1 to Exercise 2.5, we will practice English-Japanese interpretation. From Exercise 2.6 to Exercise 2.10, we will practice Japanese-English interpretation. You may take notes while listening to each item. There will then be a signal. Stop the tape immediately and interpret. Then continue in the same way. Now let's begin. Exercise 2.1.
Number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are all deeply appreciative of the manner in which our commencement exercises have been given a great privilege with the presence of parents, teachers, the mayor, municipal assemblymen, and other distinguished Japanese and foreign guests.
Number 2.
It is only through the very kind influence our teachers have given to us on our behalf that we have been able to complete successfully the regular interpretation course in such a short period as 2 years.
Number 3.
At the same time, no words can express how thankful we are to the school authorities.
Number 4.
For the way they have constantly helped us in the best possible manner with an excellent and efficient curriculum.
Number 5.
What they call the U.S.-Japan Joint Teaching Staff Education Program, we all believe, is quite unique and cannot be found elsewhere.
Number 6.
We also have to express our gratitude to our parents for the financial support and some sacrifices they have made for us during our school time.
Number 7.
I'm afraid we all shall feel a little dispirited at the mere thought of bidding farewell to our teachers and friends, leaving this time-honored school, which is full of memories of our happy student days, since this is the last time that we will all be together.
Number 8.
But keeping firmly in mind, and also making the best use of, the things we have learned at this school, we will vigorously go out into the workaday world.
Number 9.
We will always remember this day, and we sincerely hope that our teachers and guests will give us their continued help and guidance as before.
Number 10.
On behalf of the graduates, I thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
Exercise 2-2.
Number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, availing myself of this opportunity, I find it my happy duty to rise and address you, committee members who are discussing matters concerning the curriculum for the 1976 school year.
Number 2.
I'm very sorry to say that I have to give completely opposite views in connection with Mr. White's opinions.
Number 3.
Here let me give you a few of my good reasons, which I feel sure you members will appreciate.
Number 4.
Mr. White insists on his opinion that enlarging the school and making it one of the biggest schools in Tokyo leads to the success of school management.
Number 5.
But I would like to remind Mr. White that an increase in quantity does not mean an improvement in quality.
Number 6.
In other words, accepting more students affords no guarantee that your school will become a better one.
Number 7.
More students, as a matter of course, will bring you in more profits, but you will have to expand your facilities and employ more teachers.
Number 8.
I am of the opinion that hasty expansion of your facilities is sure to end in lowering the quality of the education at your school.
Number 9.
In the case of new teachers, you have to act with caution and care.
Number 10.
No, you don't have to hire new teachers. It is my belief that you should concentrate your energies on the improvement of the existing curriculum and the cultivation of the present teaching staff to a higher standard.
Number 11.
A small school, as it is now, can better keep pace with the changes of the times.
Number 12.
I think that this is the only way to attain superiority.
Number 13.
Thank you for your kind attention.
Exercise 2-3.
Number 1.
Fellow campers, staff members, and guests from Canada, I would like to welcome you to the 5th Annual Young People's Work and Fellowship Camp, which is going to be held here in this beautiful campground at Lake Nojiri in Nagano Prefecture.
Number 2.
I also would like to take a little time to give my hearty welcome to the 10 Canadian youths who have come all the way from their country to render us their services here in this camp.
Number 3.
I am Taro Yamanaka, Camp Director.
Number 4.
Here, I want to welcome you all and give you a few pieces of advice which I hope will be translated into operation during this camping period.
Number 5.
The camping activities, as is annually the case with us, aim at pursuit of knowledge and promotion of international friendship, and those of you who put the most into it will get the most out of it.
Number 6.
To be more concrete, we would like you to participate in all the activities we have planned without sticking to the ones that seem like fun to you.
Number 7.
While our camping is going on, you will be under the guidance of the staff members here, so please follow their instructions cheerfully.
Number 8.
This is a well-known campsite and has a long history of its own.
Number 9.
We ask you to show proper respect for the buildings and grounds and not do damage to them in any way.
Number 10.
And also, don't be a litter bug, please. In other words, rather be a scavenger, not a scatterer.
Number 11.
Always keep your cabins clean and tidy, please.
Number 12.
This country air will arouse your good appetites, and I advise you not to miss any meals. There aren't any food stores nearby, and special meals can't be prepared for you.
Number 13.
List of detailed work schedules will be printed soon.
Number 14.
Please don't shirk from your assigned duties. Otherwise, extra burdens will fall on the other campers.
Number 15.
Here again, allow me to express my sincere appreciation to all the foreign participants, and I wish all of them the best of luck.
Number 16.
I hope they have a fine time here and make many Japanese friends.
Number 17.
Fellow campers, I would like to conclude by hoping that you will all have a wonderful experience here for the next 10 days. I thank you.